Hi guys, here we go again. Welcome back, or welcome to Cooking with Pouncy. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I really appreciate that, guys. And if you like what you see, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. And tell me what you think as well. This evening I'm going to whip together, that I've never done before, camber before, peach cobbler. And I know there are many ways to make peach cobbler. Tonight I'm going to make it Cooking with Pouncy peach cobbler. So that's what we're going to be doing here yet this evening. It doesn't take long. I think it's a very good recipe. I think it's very tasty as well. And you'll see the end results in a little bit. Okay guys, here's just the beginning of the process here. So again, here we go. And as you guys know, there's going to be two parts of this thing. My topping, or dumplings if you will, is going to be the top portion of this scrumptious peach cobbler. And I'm starting out with my topping first. I'm going to mix this up here and set it aside. Then we'll go with my wet ingredients and make my sauce and stuff, my syrup for my peaches. Okay, so I've got some self-rising flour, got a little bit of salt in there, and you'll see all of the lists, in the ingredient list of these items that I'm going to put together. Kind of sort of ad-libbing like I normally do, because I've never actually done this and slowed down enough to show people what I'm doing here. But I'll go as slow as I need to go, or I hope I can go here, and then put this thing together for you. So I won't give you their amounts right now, although there's 2 cups of flour in there and whatever. But the ingredients will be in the ingredient list. This is a stick of butter. And this is actually a double batch of what I usually make, because I think I want quite a few more little biscuits or dumplings for this topping. So I'm going to cut this butter in here, and as you guys know how to do this, I'm just going to cut it in here, my little bowl scraper, so as to make it sort of like crumbs, like you're making biscuits, I guess. Okay, now I've got 2 eggs here. Like I said, I'm going to beat those eggs a little bit. Get this out of the way here. I just wanted to show you what I was putting in there. But again, it'll be in the ingredient list for you, okay? So here's my sugar. I've got a half a cup, excuse me, here's my milk. I got a half a cup of milk. I'm going to slightly whip these eggs a bit. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pour these eggs in that milk, because it's all going in there wet, right? And that's going to be okay if I do that. And then I'll fold it all into my dry ingredients here for my topping. That's what I'm going to do right here. And that's what I'm doing with this here now. Okay. Now we got to get that all folded in. Not too much. I'm not going to over mix it here. Just want to get it all wet. And I'm done. I'm going to get pretty fast, because I want it to get all blended real quick here and not over blend it or over beat it. I'm about where I need to be with it right now. Okay. I'm done. I'm done rolling it around. As I say, I don't want to do it too much, alright? I don't want to make them tough. So that's done. Alright? Alright guys. That's going to be my topping. You probably say, what? Yes. Lots of ways to do this. This is Cooking with Pouncy. Remember, I didn't tell you I had it all together. All right, so we're going to set that aside, as I just mentioned. I'm going to take my peaches. I've got 2 cans of peaches here. This is a 1 pound can, so I've got 2 pounds of peaches. I'm going to take my strainer here, my colander, I'm going to use the juice, the syrup, if you will, from these peaches. This is what I'm going to use for my syrup. That's what I'm going to do here. I've done it both ways. I've made the syrup from scratch, but I'm going to use this. Peaches and heavy syrup, okay? And that's what I'm going to do here. That's what I'm going to do here. I've done this before, guys, but I've never shown anyone how to do it, so that's why I'm over here doing a thing like this here. Make some room for my little thing here to sit it here momentarily. As I take my syrup and put it in my saucepan to heat it and do the rest of what I need to do, okay? Right, it's going to be there. That's going to go in my saucepan, which is here. And I'll be adding to this brown sugar, dark brown sugar. You'll see it in the ingredient list. I've got some cornstarch here that I'm going to thicken this with. I'll make a slurry with some cornstarch. I got about half a cup of cornstarch. This is okay. I don't have to wash it out or anything because I'm going to pour my mixture back in there when I'm done heating this. All right. So again, I'm going to make a slurry with this here. This is a half cup cornstarch. I'm going to put a dash of cinnamon in there. I've got a half a cup of dark brown sugar, as I mentioned. I've got some nutmeg. I'll put just a smidget. I don't know where that word came from. A smidget of nutmeg in there, and a smidget of cinnamon as well. Okay. So I'm going to cut away for a little bit. I'm going to the range here. We're going to turn that on. I'm going to bring it up to a boil. As I add my other ingredients, I'm putting the sugar in there right now. Okay. Still got my peaches here. I got a rolling boil going on over here with my syrup, which I'm going to thicken now, as I indicated earlier, with my cornstarch and water slurry. Okay, that's what I'm going to thicken it with. The only juice I've got so far, let's call it juice for the sake of lack of another word, is from that can, the syrup that was in the can of peaches. Okay, so I still got a little rolling boil going here, and I'm going to thicken it a little bit here. And I want it kind of thick, and I'll show it to you as soon as I get that in here, because those peaches still got moisture in them. We're not going to cook those peaches. We're just going to fold them into the syrup here. I did put my nutmeg, just a little bit, and some cinnamon in there as well. I was going to drop a stick of cinnamon. You can do that as well. Drop a stick of cinnamon. I do have some of that in there, just for flavor as well. I just want to show you the consistency I've got right now going into this process. And again, I'm going to make it thick because I want the peaches to really cling to it. When you talk about cling peaches, let's see if you can see that, guys. I'm looking down here. Yeah, it's getting pretty. It's pretty thick. Okay. I think I want to make it a little thicker than that as well. All right. It's almost like it's like a syrup now, right? I'm going to make it a little thicker because I want it to cling to the peaches. And as I put the peaches back into this vessel container pot, I'm just going to roll them. We're not going to stir it. I'm just going to fold them into it until they get hot. Then I'll put them in the baking dish that I showed you a while ago. After I top it, I'm going to thicken it just a little more, a little bit more. Again, I don't want it too runny, but that's what I'm going to do here. A little thicker, not too much. Hope you can hear me, guys. I'm over here just trying to do my thing with the thickening process here. I think I got it where I wanted it right now too. All right, what I do. I'm going to give you another gander at that. Again, it's heavier than it was when I just showed it to you, see? All right, now we're going to introduce those peaches back into this as well. Hopefully without making a big mess here. So bear with me. Here we go. I just did it. Okay. One peach decided to cling to the side. Did you guys get the joke in that? The peach cling to the side? I won't tell you the rest of that story. Anyway, they're in there, and I'm just going to fold them, as I indicated. I'm just going to fold them into that goodness of juice. And to taste now, guys, okay, again, I'm going to sprinkle a little more cinnamon and a little more nutmeg, and I'm smelling it now, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. And this is all to your taste. It'll be in the ingredient list for you. This is nutmeg, not too much. Put a little bit more cinnamon in there as well. Somehow or another, I thought it slipped up, but it doesn't. A little more cinnamon, not too much. And again, it's to taste. This is actually ready. I'm just going to get those peaches nice and hot. Hope you can see that. Okay. All right. That looks good. It smells terrific as well. So I don't need these guys. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. And here's our topping that we set aside a while ago. I'm going to use this scoop here. It's the smallest scoop I've got. It's almost like a melon baller. It's so small, okay? I've never done that before, but I want to do that, I think, because once I put it in my dish, I want little tiny balls of topping so as to, when you're eating it, perhaps, you'll get a little dumpling ball in each bite, okay, or something similar to that. That's why I'm going to use this little tiny one. You can certainly use a spoon, little drop, little drop, little drop, until you get it all in there. I think I'll just do that with this time, okay? All right. We're about ready to rock and roll with this again. Now this is all hot. Let's give it another minute. Kick her up there. I don't want it to boil. Just get it nice and hot. My oven's at 400 degrees right now. It's already preheated. This will be in the oven on top of the scrumptious peaches for 20 minutes maybe. I'll be taking a look at it. Those little balls are going to be so small. I need to make sure I pay attention and don't get them too brown. But I'm gonna shoot for like 20 minutes initially, okay? That's what we're gonna do. So, hang in there. I'm coming over there with the peaches and I'll show you how I do that process. I hope I'm not making it sound like it's complicated, because it is not. It's very simple. Putting this thing together is very simple. One of the other things I did too, I cheated. I didn't tell you about this. I had a half a lemon, a fresh lemon in pointing there, because the refrigerator's over there. I just squeezed maybe a teaspoon and a half on doing that, because I squeezed it, of lemon juice in there as well. Something told me to do that, all right? Because I think I've done it before. So, anyway, we're going to shut that off now. And we're going to put this whole mixture into this. I hope you can see that, guys. Yeah, it is nice and thick. It's looking good. Yeah, it is really looking good. Smells really good. All right. Yes, sure does. Enough liquid to peach ratio, and I think it'll be enough liquid to peach and topping ratio as well. All right. I don't think I have to need to do anything more other than just trying to position the board for you here. So here's our mixture. So I'm going to take my glasses off so I can see. Those of you that know what that means, that wears glasses know what I mean. So these little guys, I'm just going to drop them in there. I'm going to drop them in like that, okay? See, one is a little crowded over here, but I'm going to leave that right there. I don't care about that one. All right. We're done, guys. We're done. That's going in the oven at 400 degrees, like I said. And I'm gonna shoot for 20 minutes, and then I'll cut away for a little bit. I'm gonna put it on the lower rack. Maybe a center rack. No, a lower rack. All right, here we go. All right, guys, we are ready. Actually, it's been 35 minutes. I looked at it at 20 and I knew it wasn't ready, and I left it in a little longer. So it's been a total of 35 minutes to get that topping brown, and that's beautiful, okay? Here we go. All right. It's really nice looking. Gotta be careful here because it's hot. It's really hot, okay? You guys must know it's hot because I'm just taking it out of a 400-degree oven. Oh my. That looks really good, guys. That looks scrumptious. I hope you can see that. I can't do too much in terms of, let me get a little closer for you maybe. It is really, really beautiful, okay? It turned out really, really well. So, that's how Pouncy cooks it, okay? Okay guys, there you have it. You got a gander at this beautiful, beautiful peach cobbler. We're going to enjoy this a lot. So, and certainly hoping that you enjoy it a lot with yourself and your family if you decide to make it. Thank you again for tuning into my channel, Cooking with Pouncy. And let me know what you think as well. And please pass this or share this with others as you see fit as well. Thank you again, guys. We're going to have this, and good night. We'll talk to you next time.